Morning, everybody. I'm your spooky host. Welcome back to more Pokemon Draft League. This is week 3 of the PPML Draft League. And today we're going to show you games you can't even believe. Unbelievable Pokemon matches. You'd be like, spooky host, there's no way that happened. You fabricated it. You used artificial intelligence to generate such a match. No way a game of such quality could possibly exist. We've got a whole league's worth of them. That's how many high quality matches there are to consume today. So get ready for some content. We've got content today. And we're gonna have Crazy Steve on. I don't know about you, but I'm a big Crazy Steve fan. I actually play him this coming week. League. That's a little spooky. But that's what we're all about here, right? I think we'll hop into the Discord with old Steve. Knock knock. Is Crazy Steve there?
Yes, he is.
Ah, glorious. Hello.
Howdy.
How's it going? Welcome to the stream again.
Of course, happy to be here. Pretty good. Bright and early. Ready to talk some Pokemons.
Right and early. What's up, Slayer Bear? How are you feeling about your team this season? You had a really good debut season last time, and your record's looking good. We'll hide the number, but before the stream, 2-0. That feels pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Better than last season, starting out 0-2. So
yeah, that's a big change. I knew you had it in you. It's just like getting draft league is a different format, but I knew like your Nuzlocke skill set would translate really well in like prep and just like needing to make the right move, you know?
Yeah. So I think it's been going well, and like I think it's also helped that I don't think it's been an easy start to the season. Like, I think my match with Austin 2.0 week 1 was a tough one to prep for.
Yep.
But like compared to last season, starting out with Alex V and I think what was it?
I think it was Noah.
And Noah,
yeah.
who are like Alex. I mean, outside of the match against you, is still undefeated.
Yep.
And Noah's undefeated. Those were not an easy opening match in a new format.
No.
So. Yeah, but at least I'll get them. So I feel like it's been going good so far.
Yeah.
And liking the team, it's got a very specific vibe. I feel like, but some fun guys I haven't really played around with before, which is neat.
Yeah, you have like a lot of like, just like good value draft guys. Like I feel like Overquill, Rotom Wash, Excadrill, and Azelf are just kind of like guys you pick up that like, or more. Probably Screamtail more even. They're just guys that like pull a team together, and then like to prepare against like Iron Moth, Iron Valiant, and Marshadow is like so scary. Like I don't know, all of the guys are super relevant.
Yeah, I feel like Screamtail has been my hidden gem. I never touched that Pokemon before, and now I'm like, dang, this Pokemon's pretty fun. Like it's bulky. It's got a bunch of different moves it can pull out.
It's fast.
It's fast. I feel like just about every match it ends up becoming a pain for somebody to kill.
Yeah. Good one. Very cool. Yeah, I like this team a lot. And Marshadow's obviously super scary. Iron Valiant's very flexible. I don't know. Well balanced team.
Yeah, it's fun because there's a couple of times when I'm looking at teams and I'm like, oh, Marshadow just
it just does it.
One click kills half of this team.
Yeah.
And like I can even switch to Adamant and I still outspeed all but one other Pokemon.
It's wild. It's a fast team too. Look at that.
Yeah.
So that's great. And then if you're still not fast enough, you can just like hit them with the sticky web. Very nice.
Sticky web. Yeah, it's a fun team to play around with because especially like there usually is a lot of speed that I can even sacrifice to try and boost something up, which can throw people more off. Or you find out, okay, if I do a little bit more here, then this common set, now they're gonna one hit KO them or something like that. So
huge.
Yeah.
Very cool. Slayer Bear says Steve got lucky with me as an opening match. I've never won a week 1 match. Tricky.
It was a nail biter, and I think I remember watching back on the week 1, and I was like, man, there was like 1 or 2 things that like if just had gone slightly different, or if I think there's like 1 instance I got some chip on Xerneas, and I think if I hadn't, it would have been Curtin. So that was a good match.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Very good team, and we'll play this coming week, so that'll be very exciting.
Very exciting indeed.
All right, we're gonna start off with I need to share my screen for you in the Discord.
Yes, please, sir.
And then
there we go. Watch stream.
There we go.
Alright, cool. I have visuals.
Nice. We're gonna start with old Jeremy versus Doug here. Doug trying to find his footing after a rough start to the year. I like a lot of his guys, especially his two. I think you've played this team.
Yeah, I had him last week. Where he brought Shaman this week, which was good. He didn't bring Shaman against me.
Yeah.
Which was one of the things I was most worried about. So, but yeah, I think he's got a nice team. Like Palkia can do stuff. Shaman can just, speedy Serene Grace flinches. My goodness.
Oh my. Yeah.
And just have a bunch of Pokemon are just threatened when you put low kicks out. You have to have, essentially requires you to put a different move slot onto some of your Pokemon just to deal with that thing.
Yeah. I think I'd love to see a Swords Dance Trailblaze Ogerpon here to try and break through these big bulky dudes. Toxapex gets you can hit it with the bulldoze or whatever, and then everything else you just smack with a fire move and you're good.
Yeah.
And once...
No, I think.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just agreeing with you. You're good.
Yeah. Once you break the defensive core there, like things really open up for Shaman or for low kicks or whatever. And then for Jeremy, match is half cut off. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Got it adjusted. Then for Jeremy, I don't see a fairy resist on this team against one of the strongest. Oh, there's Ogerpon, but you don't want Ogerpon to be your defensive guy. That's a little scary.
No.
That's scary. There's Zacian.
Yeah, maybe he's hoping Wobbuffet does something, but still,
you can only get one guy for the most part.
And there's options and there's play arounds, and so we'll see.
Let's see. Let's watch it. The Excelgor lead looks like it's been paying off a little bit. It's just fast.
It is a speedy guy.
I think he expected to have full health at that point. Actually, he just clicked the button. Maybe he didn't understand how Final Gambit worked.
I feel like that has to be the reasons. Because otherwise, I feel like if I'm in that situation, I'm at least just going to tap an extra layer of spikes or something if I'm going to sack that Mon at that point.
Oh, nice haze. That's exactly what he needed.
That was a good haze.
Yeah. I like Leech Seed's nice, or Hornleech is nice for the recovery, but you're not going to win this battle. Like, you kind of need something to break through Toxapex in the builder here.
Yeah. Prevent the toxic. Always forget. Oh, everyone forgets Misty.
Yeah.
Removes the status thing.
Even the user of Tapu Fini usually not Doug in particular, but just like whoever happens to have Tapu Fini usually forgets about it. It's tricky. But yeah, he's having trouble breaking through here, and his main way to break through is like slowly, maybe like seeing that Jeremy does a lot of toxic and stuff. I think maybe loading up the Shaman with like aromatherapy could have been big here, because you could. The one thing is like if Jeremy's investing in all this bulk, like you're not super threatened outside of status. So you could just synthesis and like keep bringing Ogerpon in, and eventually like get your crit with
Yeah, that's a good point, because it does feel like on this team I'm going, all right, who is he switching to deal with Toxapex right now? Like, what was his strategy going into it to be like, okay, when Toxapex comes out, this is my kind of default way I want to go about things, and I don't see a super clear path to that.
No.
I don't know how much Earth Power on Shaman would have done, but then you have the Grass against the Poison. But usually Toxapex isn't attacking, right? It's usually just
and if it does, it's usually Scalding, yeah. Yeah, Earth Power I know does some. Honestly, it'd be pretty cool if we got some like get Palkia out there to like spread Thunder Waves or something, because then at least you could do Serene Grace Air Slash T-Wave spam, which is like what, like 90% chance not to use a move.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then you're just kind of stuck and hoping you break through, and then
yeah, I guess like
I think that would be pretty good.
I guess with the Misty Terrain, it's like not a very supportive team in terms of status, but like kind of gotta bring it. Yeah, I think he's just out of options for taking down these bulky guys.
Yeah, because it's like, I think the substitute Palkia can be a nice set, but what are you gonna do against Ferrothorn, especially at this point?
If you set up the sub, you should probably have like some way of making progress. Like either get some setup in to like break through something that's gonna switch into you, or get some like status knockoff or hazards out of it. Moonblast's making some progress. I think is a physically defensive Pharaoh, because that did like more damage than it could have. It's calm-minded twice.
Yeah, but with Leech Seed, I mean, it's still, there's not a lot you can do there.
Yeah, it's rough. What's up, Pyroki? Shattered Chains. Is that a cryptic message? Oh, choose any game. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. What is Shattered Chains? We're playing a new game. Thank you, Pyroki.
That's a good point. I think I'm sitting on pretty close to forcing you to play a game.
Oh my gosh, I haven't had any accountability in so long. Do you mind if I take 3 seconds to look up what Shattered Chains is after this match?
Do it. I'm curious too.
Pretty long match.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much like Wobbuffet can't steer this back. That's not a Pokemon that when you leave it in the 6th slot is really going to do much, but I don't think you really had a good opportunity to pull it out to pull something off before anyways.
Yeah, well, I guess it was a Zacian counter, but Zacian just sat in the back. Like, he didn't even need to do anything with it, despite like that kind of being the nasty thing. Haruki says, I vacation week after next if it makes things easier. Yeah, we'll super see. I could stream a little bit more for a period.
I do feel like, just a side note as this one's ending, I feel like the DK randomizer guy has to figure out if he has a way to stream some Donkey Kong Bonanza when it comes out.
That is fair, and that's coming out soon. I should
next week.
Yeah, I should look into that. Zacian won't sit.
Well,
Go ahead.
I guess he didn't get to take out the Ferrothorn.
Yeah, what a shame. Shattered Chains game. Shattered Chains. Refer to several games. The Last Epoch wiki? Hiroki. Illuminate me. Unique belt based on the plated belt.
I think it's gotta be it. It's gotta be a belt-based game.
A belt-based game. Unique enchantment in Pillars of Eternity 2. Dead Fire.
I think Pyroki, I think we need a Steam page or something here, or some other reference page.
I'm interested. Anyways, good game to Jeremy. I'd say that's a pretty good win. Okay, we're looking for week 3. This is a little bit out of order, but not every link is like posted there, so we'll just start from the top.
Yeah.
We've got Pat versus Joe.
With the wasted space of pheromones.
I saw the it's the PC version of Legend of Dragoon. Severed Chains. An unofficial port of Legend of Dragoon for PC and Steam Deck.
Interesting.
Oh, it's like a. These are like.
Isn't it? Is Legend of Dragoons like a Final Fantasy based sort of a one, a JRPG
This
turn
sounds
based?
something like that. This looks great.
I think I was listening to somebody talk about Clair Obscur and they mentioned Legends of Dragoon.
Legends of Dragon. Oh, it's a PS1 game. Oh, this is sick. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, so very excited. Oh yeah, look at that. It's practically Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll play some of this. Heck yeah, Pyroki. Thank you for a fine, non-torturous game. Yeah, I'll check that out for sure. We'll coordinate on that. Thank you. That's exciting.
I feel like this is interesting because I feel like the who's the Wavy Zets? What's their actual name? What are they going by?
That is Joe.
Joe's got like the Pokemon favorite squad, you know?
That's what everybody says. It's just like every guy here is so cool. And then like Pat's just got a bunch of goobers, but it's been very successful for him other than Pheromosa.
Yeah, we won't talk about like I'm excited to hear your opinions on his week 4 Pheromosa play.
Oh my god, I burst out laughing. And it's not anything on Pat. I'm so happy to see Pheromosa die in one hit and accomplish nothing. It just makes me feel validated.
But yeah, anyways, you know, Pheromosa is always an option to lead with, right? Because you're quick, you turn out of there, you can scout, you can do stuff.
Yeah. And somebody's just gonna scarf and like hit you anyway, so you have to run choice scarf, and they're also gonna run priority, so you can't have it in front of anything. Anyways,
let's see.
So you kind of need like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just looking. I was like, I'm just looking at the team, seeing if there's anything that's jumping out at me. I feel like Dragonite with Marvel Skill still gets obliterated by an Iron Bundle Ice move.
Almost.
Maybe not.
That's high damage. It might.
Yeah.
The key to dealing with Pat seems to be two big roadblocks, and it's like one, you need some way to deal with the fish. You need to outspeed it probably to make sure it doesn't hit you first. So something to outspeed the scarf, and then or something like water absorb or something. And then two, you need something to deal with stack attacka. So something that can deal with like a rock steel or a flying type or whatever the other terror type is. Like a burn, a paralysis, a poison.
Stack attacka, does it have much special defense, or is it mainly physical?
It has some. I think it's like 100 or something.
Okay, so still a decent amount, yeah.
Yeah, it's still something. So you got to break through that. I imagine Terra Flying's coming here against Crook and Swampert.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Electros should resist. I think Electric resists Steel, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's probably a pretty solid one because you're not getting messed up by any earthquakes or anything, right? You don't have any. You don't have any super effective hits. If he goes the classic Terrifying, it could be a good one to take advantage of that because he can do some special stuff.
Yeah. If you resist Steel, you can't get hit by ground type moves. So, I mean, your defense isn't that good, but like you could probably kind of make it happen. And then like at least Thunderwave it, at least Volt Switch or something, just like get some good damage on it. All right, let's see how it goes. All right, we got the fish. Nice sash. I'm hoping for a close combat
here.
I'm
guessing.
Rocks.
Yeah.
I feel
like that's a good point. The close combat might have been better just to chip it down a good amount, or even maybe take it out.
Yeah. That much damage to Swampert's crazy.
That is insane. Because what do you, I feel like now you got to go to Dragonite, Marvel Scale. You should be able to take something.
Yeah.
That's what I would guess. Because he should take a hit as Marvel Scale, but he's already down 3.
Now,
that's tough to come back from.
I feel like that could have been a Dragon Dance or 2. Here it is. All right, Pheromosa. Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Oh. Oh, what a shame.
Doesn't even get a kill off.
No.
A dig.
Yeah.
Oh no, it didn't use. It used dig. Interesting.
Tried to dig.
I have questions on using dig.
Yeah. Probably Earthquake. Nice getting the choice scarf off. And now,
Yeah, because I feel like
go ahead.
Dig can have applications, but I feel like it's in a Nuzlocke where you're going against a slacking.
Yeah, honestly, and that's a.
Yeah, that's just.
That'll do it.
Oof, Iron Bundle.
Good, another good game to pat. Yeah.
Yeah, it was well done.
Let's slap Dragonite on, or Dragon Dance on that Dragonite, and
I wonder if it.
try that every now and then.
Yeah, I'm gonna poke. I'm curious if it did or what it would. Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was tough. I think you really need definitely the thing that I would recommend to people is when you're going into a match against someone that has something like a Dracovish or something that you're like, all right, this is gonna one-hit kill half my team. You need to have a very clear answer to, okay, this thing comes out, what am I doing? Yeah. Am I sacking to then switch, or do I have something that I know is going to take the head? And, maybe he didn't really have a good thing on his team to do that as well. I'm not sure. But just food for thought for people who are prepping. I feel like it's always a good thing to sort of have a game plan for the threats you fully expect. Well, he did have Dragon Dance on the Dragonite.
Oh, okay, that's good. Just got to use some of those opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's playing Solaire Bear next week, watch out. Power Herb Dig is coming out. That's going to be a big suboptimal move.
Gosh, I never even thought somebody. I didn't even think that. I guess that's a thing. Wow. Anyways.
Yeah. So big matchup this week against Solaire Bear and against Austin and Noah. Looks like we got the rain variety of Noah's team, and Araquanid on Austin's team should be able to get some big water bubbles off in the rain. Water water damage off in the rain. Sticky Web should help with Roaring Moon.
Klefki is a great counter to Xerneas, so that's good on the other side against because there's a couple of them that you can see a Geomancy Moonblast just ripping through.
Yeah, and I don't think it gets Earth Power or anything, so it's not like you can just smack that button. I don't look at what else looks good here. Drifblim doesn't look too bad. Flying Ghost as a combination is unresisted. I don't see. I'm glad the Meow's here because he needs something to soak up Spore from Brute Bonnet. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. This is a good looking match.
Always a good lead.
Gets the heck out of there.
Yep.
Soaks that up.
Quad resist. Always a good move.
Woo!
Scorching Sands. That's good coverage.
Really good coverage. Okay, that's special. Get the webs out, and you're fine getting paralyzed as a Araquanid. And gonna take out the Klefki probably, which is nice offensively.
Yeah, trying to open up the path for ideally some Xerneas work.
Raging Bolt. Yep.
Doesn't get the confused, thankfully.
And I think
I guess he was probably predicting a switch.
Predicting the Seismitoad. And Noah's just I don't need this, I guess.
It set up rain, which I'm guessing he's going to the Seismitoad now, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was a terrible move. Just Noah probably just considered it. Earthquake's not going to do much. But the Para's a little unfortunate.
Yeah, I think he might just be trying to get Stall of the Rain, probably. Or Giga Drain, there we go. Yeah, that'll do it.
Nice, dealing with a fast threat there.
Yeah, I think that was a very good way to deal with that guy.
Now it's 5-3. Yeah, gonna get blown away by Hurricane, which is rough. But now you get to switch in something for free.
Does he read it this time, or does he just go for the Thunderclap again? Okay.
Oh, I don't feel like we're super. You could have taken a Scorching Sand. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's not rough.
Oh, that's right. I remember this. The Steel Terra was a very clever move on that.
That's tricky. Nice Misty Terrain to deal with the Spore. and gonna be able to stay alive. I feel like you're not very threatened by Charizard as a Drifblim, and you can just stay in there and boost.
Yeah.
And then you could have just stayed in earlier with Raging Bolt here and taken that Scorching Sand, and you wouldn't even be in this problem. That's a bulky bonnet. Even with the special attack, I think. It goes Bolt. And then we're going to set up Misty Terrain. We're going to take a big Terra Blast, and that would be painful.
Dear God, indeed.
Or Sphere? No, we don't have steel coverage.
That would, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was a tricky one. It's like, I don't think I would have thought about I don't know, that Steel Terra was a very... Man, that's putting in work.
Yeah. Trying to pull it back with the... I feel like this could have come in. Well, granted, the problem is status, right? You needed to get the Misty Terrain up. I think I underestimated as well just the effectiveness of Brute Bonnet because sleep moves are banned in Gen 9, which is part of the reason why it's like not good. So nobody's using it because like Spore's just not allowed. Needed the Strength Sap there.
Yeah, I think maybe if he just had kept Strength Sapping it, maybe he could have
he wasn't
pulled something around there.
He wasn't that far off either, right?
Yeah, it was close. It was close. It was just that. What got him was how quickly, if he had still had Arcanine, I mean that would have taken care of the Brute Bonnet.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe, like the quad was like the super resist on the Arcanine was good.
Yeah.
I don't know how common Scorching Sands is on Charizard, so I don't know how deep of a read that was, but like, I don't know, maybe that would have been a better one to just switch to Drifblim at that point, and then have, do some stuff around there to not risk the Arcanine.
Even if you take like a Hurricane or a Flamethrower from Charizard as Drifblim, like I don't feel you're in too much damage, but yeah, Scorching Sand is like a kind of a deep cut, so good game.
Good game though.
Good game to watch. All right, we got my wonderful wife Sierra versus Diego. This is I think that last match, was that a division match? Yes, it was. So that was pretty significant for both of them. This one is significant for the Kanto division. Diego versus Sierra.
Spoilers!
Because at this point, both of them undefeated. Yeah, sorry about the spoilers.
It's okay, it's being silly.
So probably a playoff implication match down the road.
Yeah, because I think both these teams are likely making the playoffs. It's just about where they're going to end up.
Yeah. It's always so we've got the kind of the Psychic Dark thing going on, mostly Psychic. So priority is not going to be really big. That might be tough for Mimikyu Shadow Sneak. That might be tough for Fake Out Incineroar. But it looks kind of fine for the rest of them. Prim, just like every single week, looked good here. You can literally just click Moonblast and be mostly fine.
Yeah, and I think what helps it right now is that, like, okay, yeah, you got Indeedee Psychic Terrain, but to be real, that probably is getting it set up once and then it's dying.
Yeah.
Maybe it's doing it more, and then you can probably use like Pheromosa or Terapagos to like help sort of stall it out, and then get some of your priority stuff back.
Yeah. The other thing I'm looking at here is like the main offensive threat, Urshifu, probably needs like a Fire Punch or something to deal with Buzzwole, because otherwise I think it's kind of stuck. Like that's the one-time bug fighting as a typing pays off, but it's much better on Buzzwole than Pheromosa, so. All right, let's let this roll. I think Slowking might be a defensive piece that she's gonna struggle with before.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Getting the Toxic. Yeah, I don't see removal here, other than Court Change.
It could have, yeah. I think that was the safer move. It would have been a deep read to go to a Mimikyu there.
Yeah.
High jump kick.
Now hazards are there for free, so if she can get rid of the Toxic Spike. Nice flip turn.
Yep, just soak it up.
And there's the Chili. Psychic Terrain, and Snow. A beautiful environment. And now you gotta be a little worried. But I think the future side attack there is nice. It keeps you from the temptation of staying in and getting your second set down.
Yeah.
So now you can get rid of this in DD. I don't think it has coverage for Incineroar.
And a knockoff would probably rip through that thing.
It's huge against this
Get off the life orb, yeah.
Titan.
And like you said, the Buzzwole to just soak it up.
Nothing.
See if it packs something to cover it or not. Nope, probably not.
Dying him.
Yeah, there's a way to break through that wall.
Yeah, very nice.
Buzzwole looks really good right now because.
Yeah, it's not going to survive anything from Deoxys.
Yeah,
but...
I think once Deoxys is down, that thing can pretty much just the Choppable player. I'd love to see that.
That Chopple's very specifically for this situation.
Yep, definitely was planned for that, and then
big knockoff.
Yep, there we go.
I'll be honest, that Deoxys feels a little bit like Pheromosa in its own way.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know how much that thing's popped off yet.
Yeah, I think the Psychic Terrain helps because you don't have the priority problem as much, but it's tough because it's not like you can just stay in there and like hit. I mean, you can, like, you don't have to run Psycho Boost, like you can just run Psychic. Or where's the Expanding Force? Actually, that's the question.
Yeah, that should be just seeing everyone spamming Expanding Force.
That feels like the whole.
Okay,
point.
that's a nice. We love the good Terra flying to avoid an earthquake, classic, but it works for a reason.
Big flip. Kind of scary situation here, right?
Yeah.
But...
Terra Starstorm does a lot. Yeah, with Terra Shell, I feel like you're probably feeling pretty good about taking one hit, and then that's very good. Very good solution to that.
Grapagos, an absolute monster. And now you've lowered your defensive stats, so you're gonna get blown up by like. Nice going to Primarina first because you are stalling out Psychic Terrain turns to be able to Shadow Sneak in a turn or two.
Yeah.
Big game, Sierra.
That's good.
Big game, Sierra. All right, sweet. We're cruising. Alex versus Sean. Sean with it's the dual type team. We've got Dark, we've got Ghost, and then Alex well balanced, frightening. I see no fairy type here, and I see a Regidrago. Maybe Terra Fairy Umbreon? I don't know about that.
Yeah, does he have that or not?
I should know. I played him this week. I don't. That makes me a fool. No Terra Fairy Spiritomb, so that could be...
Alright, that's probably... If that's packed, that's the hope.
Yeah, I think turn 1 I'd be coming out with Spiritomb, maybe, and just like Terraing and trying to do something, and then like getting
out the
back.
Get that Terra Fairy out already so you can do the swap in.
What else do you think he needs to do to break through Alex's team?
Let's see here. That Ogerpon looks like it's gonna be a pain to break through. Like, what does he have? Got some ice, but like it's neutral. Yeah, this let's see. He's got some. Okay, at least with what's his face? Sad Ghost Fireboy.
Sad Ghost Fireboy.
You got some tanky dark types that I think should be pretty decent to deal with it. It does usually pack focus. I think it can pack Focus Blast.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, this will be interesting. I feel like he's definitely got an uphill battle here.
Yeah.
To deal with because that other team is looking pretty stacked against him right now.
Yeah, just like huge offensive pieces that are fast and don't die in one hit. His signature guy. The Baltimore Bolt. Woo.
Ooh.
Big crit. Yeah, there's no ground type either to soak up the Volt
I was just thinking that too. Okay. Oh, that makes a lot more sense why that did so much.
Yeah, that's better though. You do want to keep the Terra Fairy Spiritomb if you have it.
Yeah.
And Sean just setting up over and over again as he does. Is it going to pay off here? No. Missed it.
I don't feel like, and that's because usually he loves to run a Scarf on the Typhlosion. So like, I just feel like the Scarf would have just wiped out their Weavile anyways. I don't know how much that was.
Like you need a better solution than just.
I feel like you need chances are he's either got a Scarf Typhlosion or he's got an Energy Booster Iron Jugulus. So even if you're setting up, like, sure they sack somebody, but then their fast speed guy is gonna come and clean it up. I feel like you got to get some of these threats out of the way before you can do that.
I was telling Sean about this earlier. I feel like he needs a sticky web guy on his team. Like, he wants to get in there. He wants to just kind of slap the Swords Dance or the, whatever booster button. He needs a strong speed advantage, which he like almost has to like maintain that.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like. Not to get not to reveal too many of my secrets, but like with my team, it's very speed focused. But I kind of have to always keep in mind somebody is going to probably boost their energy speed, maybe, or is going to have a choice scarf. Yep. And you kind of got to figure out who that is, and get that like it ended up figure out what you're going to do about that. Is it a webs? Is it okay? I have to clear this threat before I can do some of my like setup sweeping or send out my fast killers.
Yep. We got the throat chop tech from Umbreon there.
Yeah, I think the Umbreon is pretty good here because I feel like there's not a bunch you can do, but it's just a little bit, at this point, it just kind of stalls. Like an Umbreon's not gonna bring you the desperate sort of back. And Curse, that's nice to just really chip that thing down.
He needs to switch out this turn to Aegislash.
But,
and he figures it out too late, and now he's just going to get blown up by Earthquake. And Umbreon's not healthy enough. Actually, Earthquake just blows them both up anyways because of the Terra Poison.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think Earthquake is going to do the King Shield onto it or anything to get to play around that.
Yep. Good game. Clean game from Alex. Well executed.
Yeah, very, very well executed.
Okay. Julia and Nick. Let's see. We got Rain. Very exciting.
And they got the Dolphin Boy on the other team that see if they can abuse it.
Alphin could use it. Dark is unresisted. This might be a nice time for like a Dragon Dance. I don't know if there are any physical coverage moves Dark for Arceus, but if you get that rolling, that feels pretty free.
Yeah, that could be really good into this team here. See here. Aerodactyl, some Terras can always do some. I think Aerodactyl can Terra, right? I think it's low enough. I think it's. I don't know if it's one of the Terra captains.
Yes, it can. It's probably one of the best Terra captains in the league.
Yeah, I feel like I remember facing a Terra Aerodactyl last season.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how this one goes. It looks volatile. I think Nick's got the offensive prowess to do this, but it's just going to be positioning and stuff. Love getting the Palafin out turn 1.
Yeah.
All right. Dragon Dance. Okay.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know how much you would have gotten out of it in front of Kyogre, so maybe it wasn't a great idea. But
I feel like
at the same time, like, if you hit it with a big outrage or something, like maybe it's worth.
Yeah. Because there's no fairy, so there's no fairy, so maybe outrage there. If you're like, okay, Kyogre comes out, I'm swapping anyways.
Yeah.
Click outrage, see where it goes. Unless you're like, oh, he's just gonna. Unless you were to prep in a way of being like, okay, ooh.
Not heat proof. So, the root. A bold move on a skinny guy.
Yeah, like maybe if you know what you're going to Kyogre and you're like, oh, he's just gonna send out Kyogre every time Gouging Fire comes out.
Start adapting a little bit, yeah. Booster's gone because you've already been in.
Yep.
Fake Origin Pulse Miss. A little bit of hope there. Theorem's the answer for Necrozma. Here's the Dragon Dance. What are we doing with it? Okay. Okay.
Power?
Yeah. I think you could Dragon Dance again.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the move here. Do an extra Dragon Dance.
Where's the heat wave?
Oh yeah.
I feel like there's some type matchup stuff here. A good knockoff.
Or yeah.
Or,
knockoff. The knockoff helps that.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't have been heat wave. It would have just been knockoff. You gonna get one more attack in? Yeah, big.
You get the scarf gone, which is good.
And oh, that's a little scary bringing that out in front. Oh, you outspeed. Nice. That's right, because it's not scarfed anymore.
Yep.
Like
you're not gonna outspeed that.
Maybe get that out of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw in your Florges for a little bit and just like.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, put in the Florges. It's this good special wall. Run out this rain at this point.
Half the remaining team after this is psychic, so. Good flare blitz. Catching fire doing pretty good despite coming in on rocks like 3 times.
Yeah. Ooh.
Arcane miss?
Not hit self in confusion at least.
Maybe not the move against the flying type and 2 psychic.
No.
Types. Gotta hit the big water move. I wonder if Nick has the Pokemon calculator app for that might help.
That is very important to have access to. Yeah, I know how to use.
I'll reach out.
Oh, that's right. Florges already is pretty chipped down. Yeah, that's
good synthesis. Oh, Psyshock's good.
Good coverage. Yeah.
You're gonna run out of synthesis probably before. I don't know.
No, you're at full. You might be able to do something now, but.
Well, now if you're full, you gotta start doing something.
Yeah, you gotta have a, which I don't know, click Moonblast. I don't know what you're doing here. You
gotta save those synthesises.
There we go. The taunt. That was a good. That was a very good move on it to kind of be like, all right, you've done this. Oh.
Oh, it's scarfed. I think that's the problem.
Scarfed
It was scarf Florges with synthesis.
Well, okay. I have questions on a scarf Florges, but
yeah. Well, I think like Moonblast looks pretty good into the team other than Bronzong.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's yeah.
Or maybe it looked good against another team, and I'm just thinking of that.
Like, I mean, it's just I feel like Florges to me, it's got. I think of it bulky is what I think of Florges at.
Yeah, it's incredible at special walling for sure. Anyways, well played game.
That's pretty close game. Yeah.
By that was Koya. And
yeah, I think like you said, maybe some different positioning there could have helped him break through a little bit easier and then turn things the other way.
Yeah, I think we're gonna reach out to Nick and see if he has the calculator for Pokemon Showdown.
Bird team.
Bird team. So the thing about
Bird team.
Bird team, former bird team. Yeah. The nice thing about playing against mono-type teams is that you don't need to think too much about your coverage. You just hit the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. A chilly impression to set up snow. This is a snow team, kind of. Alolan Sand Slash gets double speed. Terra Electric gives it perfect electric ice coverage. Brick Break to handle Terra Steel Kilowattrel.
That looks good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Magearna Bolt Beam coverage with shift gear, so it can outspeed everything. Choppleberry or Shuckaberry to take a Landorus. I'm leading with it here, hoping to just like get smacked by a ground type move and like get rid of the Landorus, which feels like the biggest threat. Zapdos, just electric coverage with Weather Ball for ice, so electric ice. Greninja's running ice type move, water move, which is good coverage, and then Lando's just kind of like kind of an insurance policy against some of the physical guys if they show up, like Halucha, things like that. And then I think rocks and like knockoff and stuff. So that's more of a defensive piece. I guess what is Jaden's big strategy here?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. It's so tricky because it's like, all right, you gotta figure out how you're gonna deal with. I feel like if you're looking at your team, you gotta look at what are the threats, right? Like any team, especially in the Supers League, you gotta look at their top guy and be Magearna. What is my plan for Magearna?
Yep.
We got some ground.
Mm-hmm.
And what else?
Yeah, I mean, water's neutral, electric's neutral.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't toxic it.
So you kind of got ground, and you got some like other things that might be able to chip away at it.
Feels
but like it's tricky. You don't have a super good answer there.
I think rock polish Lando looks probably the best, or if you get the DD off with Gyarados, maybe like clear amulet Gyarados. Like maybe I come in with like the intimidate, and I'm surprised because your attack doesn't go down, and then you've got like
that could be good.
Ice Fang, Waterfall, like Earthquake.
Yeah, I feel like that could have been a good strategy on that side.
See how it goes. So Lugia's out, and I'm like, okay, I've got better ways to deal with that. I see the Earth Power does like 0 damage. This like super special defensive Slowking because it's just meant to like chilly reception essentially.
Yeah.
Get out in Orlando, and I'm just like, I need to make sure this thing's not at full health so that it doesn't start calm minding on me. Because I don't have phasing on this team. And then once that's gone, I know Slowking can at least get the chili off, but I wanted the toxic so that like it just doesn't put me in the blender or something.
Yeah, that thing's beefy, so I think that's a good move. Slowking's showing that I'm not really worried about this here.
Articuno comes in, nice switch. Takes some damage from the triple axle, but it has the ice boost right now because it's in snow.
Ooh.
Aurora Veil comes up, and Jaden freaked out because I had Brick Break. That wasn't for Aurora Veil. That was really clever on his part. I was just worried about screens on Lugia.
Yeah, that just worked out nice for you, but yeah. That would be a tough thing to see. Be like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was just a coinkydink. And that's kind of the other thing about fighting a mono-type team is like you just have room for those kind of moves that like you don't always need. Like, where's the
I agree. I feel like that's a lot of it. It's like because it's not with the mono, you're not experiencing the things like we were talking about with the low kicks earlier, right? Where it's kind of forcing you to take up some slots just to deal with it. It's kind of like, okay, well, I'm just gonna put some stab coverage on this, which is already gonna rip through half the team.
Yeah. So opportunity for a shift gear here. And I'm not super scared of anything Lugia's doing. Got the Shucka Berry, and it's obviously like a super defensive Lugia, and it doesn't have like the greatest offensive.
Because even if you hadn't done that, you would have been it wouldn't have even done too much to you.
Yeah, and now there's just
nothing.
I think Gyarados should have come in a little bit earlier before things got too crazy and got off like an earthquake or something because it's
sashed. At this point, I guess you got the sash.
I can't believe it lived that.
Damage. That is pretty crazy that it lived. Maybe I'm curious how attack invested that was as somebody who has to look of how to defeat Magearna next week.
That's true. It I think that was a setup Gyarados, and it came in late because he did want to win with it.
It was max attack 252 adamant.
Okay. Wow, that's tricky. Slayer Bear, where's the adrenaline orbs? Adrenaline orb is for intimidate, right?
Adrenaline orb. I'm learning about a new item.
Why are we giving my opponent for next week ideas? Oh, Azelf has an adrenaline orb set? This is ridiculous. Slayer Bear, I'll never forgive you. Steve's going to defeat me with adrenaline orb.
Yes, I'm going to try and make it so that you put your landers out in front of my Azelf.
Yep.
Which has has an ice punch I can use
That's
to
right.
try and take it down.
I'll never recover from that. Okay, well, tough for Jaden, but that's monotype's difficult to pull off. But now it's dual type, so that makes things a little bit easier.
Yeah, now it's plain type.
Now it's plain type. All right, we've got you versus Molly.
Ah, that's me.
So yeah.
So this was one of, I think you can probably relate to this. Every now and then you're prepping for a team and then you see what they bring and you realize like some of the things you're most afraid of were not brought, and you're like, lit.
Yeah.
Like I think I think they really should have brought Galarian Zapdos. I feel like it does, especially if you do like a scarf set, like it can, or a choice band set. It's like it's gonna just damage things.
Yeah.
And granted, part of that was because I always knew I was gonna lead with I knew Excadrill could do some work here, and that's just such a good Excadrill's out. Galarian Zapdos. Like, what does Excadrill do against Galarian Zapdos? It swaps out. You know.
Yep.
So I saw that not there, which made me feel great, and then I knew her two defog users were not on the team, so I was like, oh, Hazard Party, I guess is where we're gonna go here.
Yeah, and even then, like,
So,
this isn't like the fastest team in the world. Webs is gonna be really nice for the Flutter Mane, and it's worth it for the Flutter Mane and probably the Toxtricity alone.
I think it's also, I had a pretty solid matchup into it because I wasn't worried about Flutter Mane because I was like, okay, worst case, Marshadow. Shadow Sneak Oko's Flutter Mane. Like that, and Flutter Mane doesn't get Shadow Sneak. So, in the worst case scenario, Marshadow can take down a Flutter Mane very easily. So it kind of was like okay, if Iron Valiant gets out and speed boost, but Flutter Mane comes out, Iron Valiant's going down. So then you waste that. But we'll see what actually happens here.
Yeah.
Though, I'm trying to think of anything. The Melodic, I think it was pretty solid into this team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think was a very good choice to bring to just deal with a lot of the threats.
Yeah, Dialga looks good offensively. It's just keeping it alive long enough with all this fighting and ground types.
Yeah, and the I know the Toxtricity, like that thing, if you do a shift gear and a good Terra on that can be, if you kind of haven't prepped for that Terra shift gear, you can get into some bad spots.
Yeah, it's Molly's signature guy. Has been every season. Alright, well let's watch it. Big Dialga. What are we doing with this? Thunder waving.
Oh yeah, that was right. That was tough to see. I guess they thought I might swap. I don't know, but
you weren't very threatened by it.
Yeah, ground type into ground steel into Dialga isn't really a threatened position.
Flamethrower or something could have been neat, but
yeah,
I don't know if it gets that. I don't know too much about Dialga.
Yeah, I think here I was looking at calcs and I was like, oh, what does this do against Spidops? I was like, I'll just hazard.
It's not like you need your Spidops to live very long.
I feel like maybe if instead of committing to this, they had switched to Toxtricity, because I think it was also Terra Fire, done some shift gear. I mean, what is Spidops going to do while that thing's setting up?
Yeah, it's like...
Maybe that could have been a good move by them?
Yeah, I think of what other options. Because the bird doesn't get defog, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, and so I ended up just spamming hazards. I got sticky webs out, and then at that point I was like, okay, what does Garganacl do? It Soul Cures me, worst case, and I don't need 8 turns with a Sword Dance Iron Valiant. So I was like, okay.
Dang. And now, that's pretty much just it, right?
Yeah, it had good coverage because I had Spirit Break, Fender Punch, and Close Combat. So it's just kind of like, yeah, it had the perfect coverage. Because the only thing that would have put a full stop to it would have been Flutter Mane, Scarfed, or I think Energy would have also given it the speed, probably.
Yep. But
can't do that. But Sticky Webs took that away, and so then it was just...
Yeah, that's
Iron Valiant earned their keep this week, that's for sure.
Good mon.
Yeah.
And those hazards are brutal.
Yeah, those. It just the fact that Spy Ops did the only thing it needed to do of just threw out layers upon layers of hazards.
Every single team, not week to week, but like season to season, needs like probably 2 ways to remove hazards, or you will just lose certain weeks. I think that's just how it is.
Yeah, so I know that I'll probably be looking at these future weeks and being like, okay, who else has weak hazards? Because now I know where I'm going to bring Spy Ops to.
Yep. And there's like that's like a great value mon for like 2 points, right? You can just bring it on week where there's no hazard support.
Surprisingly tanky. Surprisingly can take some hits.
Yeah. All right, we've got a couple.
Oh yeah, we already did the Doug one.
Nick versus Chris. Nick's. These are 2 interesting teams. I like them both.
Yeah, there's some fun looking teams.
Looks like. I don't see anything. So Chansey can soak up spores and natural cure. Chansey comes in on Toad Scroll every single time and doesn't have a care in the world.
Yeah, because Goldango doesn't have to worry about it. It's still got the ground coverage to annoy Goldango, so you don't necessarily want to have to do that.
Yeah. And then Chansey Thunder Waves and Ting Lu comes in. And then I'm just trying to kind of figure out the flow here. And there's no, I guess the best Ting Lu answer is like Great Tusk.
Yeah. It's ground dark, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, and then every time Great Tusk comes in, I feel like it gets good value, even if Rillaboom's in. So just kind of looking at the core, kind of, it just feels like Great Tusk kind of goes to town here, other than against Arceus Fairy. What do you do against that? You've got Aggron. That feels like actually a pretty good answer. Unless it's packing ground coverage. But you have Terra. Actually, Goldango. Goldango's fine with Arceus Fairy.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. There you go. You did the thing.
There's that. Yep. Does he do it again? Is he that bold? No. Toxic Spike.
The spikes.
Neat. I like it.
Get some, just
get some chip
send off a nasty hit.
Yeah, you can do that. Ooh, okay. I like this. I mean, I kind of don't like it. You're calm minding in front of a Chansey.
Yeah,
but like,
did you pack a single physical move?
And you're gonna get Thunder Wave too, which is really tough. I actually don't like this.
Yeah, no, I feel like.
Yeah, there it is. And now
that's just.
Yeah, you just Ting Lu anytime Chansey's in. And you have too many barriers, I think, as Arceus, especially if you're packing. If you've got Calm Mind and probably a healing move, you have the coverage to break through Goldango and Aggron and Chansey. Like, it's just too early.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, I don't really quite see the opening to go for this much setup.
Yeah, Chansey has been rocking people.
I think you're right. Ting Lu would have been a good swap in here.
Yeah, Ting Lu's pretty free. You get to set up more spikes. Anything you don't feel comfortable with, you can just, and granted, huge judgment against Goldango, which is pretty cool, but now you're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, lucky crit, right?
Yeah, because with that thing had that special attack, right? Yeah, and it had the souped up special defense.
Yeah, it would have lived, I think. Just with those natural defenses. Okay, so here's the Ting Lu, but it's in against the one of the 2 guys you don't want it in against. I
mean, I feel like maybe I want to see go to Crow instead, because I mean maybe it's packing Ice Spinner, but
even then,
hey, he won. He got it out there. He made it through there.
Yeah, but at what cost? You want your
down.
Ting Lu for like your Ting Lu's not taking much damage from Goldango. It comes in on Chansey every time. It's fine against Aggron.
Yeah.
Qianpao's iffy. I think you needed it.
Yeah, and you're kind of lost, and you lost some physical moves to deal with Chansey.
And you're starting to get behind, so I think you need to go for some like predictions here. Like go for a ground type
Yeah.
move here. And the Woodhammer's
Whatever.
nice, but now he's
Yeah.
probably gonna go for. I think he goes for the ground type move here, and it's too late because he Terras.
Yep. Yeah.
And now everything's paralyzed, and just dies to Aggron. A pretty good like 1 or 2 pointer, by the way, for Terra. Nice Spore. Lucky that the head smash didn't hit, but I'm not too worried about. I mean, you do get your Honchkrow in for free, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, what's Honchkrow doing at this point?
You got a Swords Dance, and then what? Just priority stuff.
I guess is your hope. Yeah.
Good taunt. All right, taunt.
Yep.
Swords Dance. No, we're gonna just Brave Bird.
Because then that's not breaking through Chien Pao. So
Yeah. Sucker Punch isn't gonna be enough. If you had like Protect here, all out. Like Protect. Actually, Ice Shard's gonna be faster than Sucker Punch, so you can't even do that.
yeah, that was just yeah, that was a tough spot. Yeah, I think you made some good points. I feel like he should have been more comfortable switching to that Tinglu against that Chansey. I think that would have helped them be in a better position.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable. Like you might take some seismic tosses, but Slayer Bear is Aggron scarfed. Isn't Heatran faster? I think the Heatran was paralyzed. I think that was the core issue. Okay, just a couple matches left. Jake versus Richard, 2 of our newer players. We've got Big Sun Team, which is pretty exciting from Richard. And Jake's got some scary guys. Mewtwo. And we got 3 legendaries on this team. One's not Nuber, but you understand.
Yeah.
What looks good here? Does Lapras have Terra? Does this Lapras have Terra? No, it doesn't. That should be fixed. I was gonna say, like a Dragon Dance Terra Lapras would look pretty good here. Just like with like coverage. Just like Water Electric could just like could just do pretty good. And Freeze Dry for the Walking Wake. Like, or I guess that's not, well, granted, for a 4 times effective move, you don't really need it to be super or the same type as like your boosting move or type or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just a nice benefit as well.
Moltres Galar seems like an okay answer from Mewtwo, but like in a pinch, I think you're still getting Thunderbolted or Ice Beamed. That was the problem I found with Moltres last season, is like it has good stats, but because it's a Dark Flying type, it's weak to every special attacking type.
Good point, good point.
And it also gets frozen by Hisuian Gudra, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that would never happen.
I don't know. Any other thoughts on this matchup before we get going?
No, I think you got it pretty good. I think it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Let's get it.
I don't think I can remember this one much at all. Defensive boy, Drought boy.
Getting the rocks up. Getting the rocks up.
classic opening.
Yep.
We got some boots on Moltres, looks like.
Yeah, that's fine. This is okay being paralyzed, unless it's like your setup guy. I like the taunt on the Arceus Fire.
That is good.
You really hate for your Uber to take that much. Like, you invest so many points into this big, strong Platinum Uber. You gotta make sure it's safe.
Yep.
You turn in with that Galarian Moltres or
slow pivot, yeah.
Slow pivot, something like that. You gotta keep your guys safe.
Got the answer into there.
Got the freeze dry. We're gonna take a bunch of damage on our Arceus. I guess you didn't have too many other options. I don't know. How many times here does Deoxys just come in and get a free Seismic Toss or Thunder Wave or something?
That's a good point. Yeah. I feel like he's just being saved. Water Absorb, good. Good move there.
And lives. Lapras, super bulky. Big Surf, sure. Thunderbolt. Yeah, if that was Terra Electric, would that have killed? Who knows? Only time will tell.
Yeah, I guess I get the idea of the taunt there, but
Deoxys short. Knockoff? Are we getting a knockoff here? No, a double switch. You're gonna big water move?
alright.
Draco Meteor, okay. And now
Alright.
the problem with just like slamming Draco Meteors is that you
gotta pretty much swap out, or you're gonna be in this position here.
Yeah, that would have killed if it was earlier.
Yeah, and I feel like there you probably just needed something like a water move. Oh no, couldn't water move because of Lapras. Water Absorb.
Also, if you get a Sun Team, you can't be throwing your Groudon out there to just like get blasted. You don't even need to do things with your Groudon.
Yeah, I think when the Groudon came out against Arceus, I think I would have liked to see the Rhyperior instead.
Yeah. Although, we might be making it happen here. Who knows? Paradragon, Rhyperior, maybe the best Terramon in the entire league. Seismic Toss, no recover on this. It looks like. But now
and then I think everything's pretty low, and you do have a speedy Mewtwo, so I think this is definitely he saved Mewtwo, which is what he needed to do. So.
Yep. Bang.
Ice Strike, that should be it. Yeah. Good.
Bang.
Yeah. No, that was a good. He did a good job saving Mewtwo through that all for sure.
Yeah, I guess if you have two Ubers, you can afford to let one hurt a little bit. But I like the idea of bringing both every week, which I think I've seen Jake doing, which is pretty. Like those guys are just so good. I feel like they just come every week. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I get. No matter what they're going to be adding to it. So yeah, well done.
Last matchup of the week: Chris Prather and Jackson. Two guys that usually kind of sneak into the bottom of the playoffs. So it should be an exciting match here. I can't believe that you can just turn on Zygarde complete from the beginning of the match. I thought you had to draft like 50% and then like get it down into range, but no, you just start out with...
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, you just like start out with 1,000,000 HP, so that's crazy. First appearance of Ho-Oh this season, which I like. I'd love to see a bunch of Will-O-Wisps and Regenerator Pivots and Defogs and Sacred Fires and stuff. Really good hazard setting.
Yeah, he's got a lot of hazards.
You got spikes, you've got toxic spikes, and you've got rocks, and you set some of that for free. Keldeo looking pretty... There's a water absorb. There's two water absorbs, which is tough. Fighting looks okay. Does he have any U-turn? You kind of need a little U-turn to deal with Hoopa. Something bug type.
Yeah.
And I don't really see it here. Megahorn Samurott, but I don't know. Any big thoughts on this matchup?
No, yeah, got a lot of hazards, which is strong. Let's see here. Keldeo can just, do some fast work too. Ho has a lot of options. Very strong Pokemon. Let's see. Yeah, no, I feel like let's get to it.
Let's get it. Last match, I think.
Alrighty.
Lamore
The
lead.
classic lead.
Oldest trick in the book. Sash, Toxic Spikes.
Yep, that's all. Glamora has done everything it needed to do. Done.
Yep.
Technically even better because it got up 2 layers of Toxic Spikes.
Yep. Oh-Oh's coming in. Against Clodsar. Does get
Soak
Earthquake.
up those spikes, which is pretty good. But yeah, that's a big hit. I don't know if that was...
Classic Clodsar.
Yeah, but I guess you don't want to send your water fire guy, whatever his face is, out there.
Yeah.
The Rocky helmet against Mousehold. I mean, that's
Classic.
oof.
And then you got to run the covert cloak on this sometimes. I know that's kind of the whole thing with Mousehold. It's like it's constantly a battle of like, okay, do I want to avoid Rocky helmet or do I want to hit every hit? And that's like covert cloak versus wide lens. If you're against Mousehold, just bring a Rocky helmet guy. Just do it. I feel like you could have swapped that Ho-Oh out for your Clefairy and gotten health back. And
yeah, a good move.
Clefairy would have lived and probably honestly done something to the Zygarde. Like
yeah, that Zygarde, that glare is nice just to slow down that pace of that guy that's boosted. You get a good pair there. Yeah. It's exactly what you want.
Here it is. Look at that. Nothing.
Clefairy, yeah.
What a goon. And you're okay with getting paralyzed with Clefairy. Let's put some pressure on the Zygarde. How about? We didn't have success before with the Samurott, so let's use the Clefairy.
Yeah.
Fairy attack.
Because now it's just and it's paralyzed, so
unlucky with the paras, but
that is rough, and that's a good coil there. I feel like because it's like, okay, what am I gonna take a little more damage? Yeah, I'll take that to try and just have the attack that I need to clean through.
You're pretty safe.
Back to Clefairy.
Ice move, icy wind. Not gonna be enough. This is probably max Spadef with a coil set, and everything's just getting parried.
You're parried now. You're arrowed.
And leftovers. What an absolute tank. Yeah, what do you do?
All right. Substitute is a
blown up.
Choice.
Or yeah, that's curtains. Yeah. I'm afraid.
You don't think Clefairy can do the reverse 4-0?
I'd had a better chance than. Oh, I guess Moonblast wasn't doing too much earlier. It just didn't have anything, I guess.
I think there just wasn't an answer there.
You know what would have been pretty good is if Ho-Oh was alive and burned it, and then its attack was half.
I think that would have been a good move there.
Tricky.
Yeah, that was a tough spot to be in there.
Good game from old Chris Prather.
Yeah, very well played.
But
yeah.
For once, the board isn't updated past, so there's no more spoilers right now. Let's see, we've got the Johto division. You're looking very pretty there at +9, tied with Noah. Did you guys have a matchup this season?
No, we're later. I think we're like week 7 or something like that.
Okay. That'll be a match to watch out for, right? Steve and Noah.
Yeah, that'll be a very big one. Same one you're against your wife. Look at that.
Yeah, that's an intense week. Do you play Nick as well? I think Nick, because you already faced Austin, who's one of the other, I think, strong players.
Do I have a Nick match?
Do you have a Nick match? Because that'll be one.
I do not face Nick.
You don't face Nick. You might in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because I expect Nick to continue to have a strong showing. So, you're looking pretty good for this division, right? You've fought Austin in one, you fought Molly in one head-to-head, and
Doug.
And Doug. You've got Noah. So like a lot of the threats up here, you've already like got a win against. So
yeah.
You're looking like a top. Currently looking like a consistent.
Yeah, and I've got
threat.
Jeremy and Noah still on my schedule.
Yep.
But I think Darth Order that's Ghost and is that the Ghost and Dark team?
No, that's the triple regenerator pivot team.
Oh jeez, that's worse.
Yeah, Jeremy's solid. It's a tough team to break through.
I would have loved Marshatter against the Ghost Dark team, but you know.
Do you have Sean on your schedule?
No.
No Sean. What a shame.
It's all right. You can't have everything, you know.
Yeah. On my side, there's only 3 left at 3-0. Sierra knocking Diego out of the perfect record. That was like the big piece of movement I think this week. I think Jackson will probably have a better record than he has right now by the end of the season. He typically gets in the playoffs. I think he's had a hard schedule at the beginning. But yeah, Sierra's team, for being a gimmick team, kind of like surprisingly effective. I know, like, yeah. I think Pat's had a little bit of an easy schedule to start the year off, so we'll see if that continues. But Pat again was a playoff, would have been a playoff threat if he had brought all of his Mons 3 times this season, or last season. So let's make sure we bring. See that. Yeah, let's bring all of our Mons. And then I've got a lot of. Alex was very scary, and I'm grateful that worked out. But
yeah, Pat's got week 7 Alex v week 8 you.
Yeah,
that'll be a fun back to back.
That's a grind. I gotta play Sierra. I've got to play you. I've got to play other Austin. So there's plenty to.
Yeah, I feel like that'll be an interesting one for a couple of reasons. I haven't had my match yet this week, but assuming it goes well, that'll be another one where we both can't be 4-0 at the end of next week. So
there we go. That's great. I can't wait. It'll be a good match. And then MVP race. You're Iron Valiant, and you're holding a significant portion of the real estate up here. It's like every match you just kind of go to town with a guy.
Yeah, put in work.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Magearna obviously propped up a little bit by a 6-0, which is nice. Drakovich always up there. And guys that make sense. Weavile with Swords Dance would definitely get a lot of kills. Mewtwo, we saw what happened, and Great Tusk is like a great guy. You had him last season.
Yeah, solid guy.
Yeah, I think Ferrothorn and Bisharp are kind of surprising, maybe, at this.
Yeah, I think they just had probably some strong showings and just haven't been dying, probably has been a big part.
Yeah, so very cool.
Very cool.
I guess last question for you. We've got week 4 coming up here. What do you think are some interesting matchups to keep an eye out for?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to see if any of these are jump. Pat Diego.
Pat Diego is a good one. Yeah, Pat Diego is a super cool one to watch out for. Doug and Jaden have Doug totally revamped his team. Jaden has become a Flying Steel team, so those are 2 matches to watch.
Yeah.
I think you versus, like I said, I think Jackson's a little bit better than his record, so I think that might be a little bit interesting. I think you're favored for sure, but he can put up a fight. Actually, Molly Jeremy feels like a pretty tight match. I like that quite a bit.
Yeah, there's some good ones coming up for sure.
So, yeah, I think you should be comfortable there, but just keep an eye out. Jackson can do stuff. Well, heck, thanks for joining this early in the morning. Always a blessing.
Always a treat.
Yep. We'll be
happy to join on a week that I had a very good, performance. That always helps.
Yeah, that's good. You never want to end up on stream if you had the loss the week before, but Jaden was a good sport last week and came on anyways. But yeah, man. Thanks for joining. We'll catch you around, and good luck in our battle next week.
Yeah, same to you, sir.
Alrighty. We'll see ya.
See ya.
What a blast. Slayer Bear, Jeremy wins if he gives you Zacian. Give the man his Zacian, Jeremy. Give him his man. Well, what a blast that was. Magearna looking pretty good. I haven't had this kind of MVP lead ever this early in the season, so that's encouraging, but I don't normally get 6-0s. That was like pretty fortunate going up against like almost 2 monotype teams spoilers in a row. So we'll try and keep that going. Matches against Sean this week. That already happened, but I posted about it in my Discord if you're interested. Hiroki, thank you for the game drop. And we will play that. What was it? Shattered Change? PC version of Legend of Dragoon. We will play that in the coming weeks, and that'll be great. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I'm your spooky host. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll be back next week. Slayer Bear, I don't think I've ever gotten a 6-0. I didn't get a 6-0, I don't think, until like last year at some point. My first season, I had a really good record. I was almost undefeated, but like every match was a real grind. Like it was just so close constantly. And I lost to Alex in the regular season. So, but Austin, you can get that 6-0. You simply must believe and do some cool stuff with Xerneas, probably. All right. Well, everybody, I'll catch you later.